Hi friends, I'm back. Blessing here. For those who are new to the channel, to those who've been here before, welcome back. It's a blessing to have you here. So just another word. I've been recording a few today because I didn't get to do it last week. So I believe this is my last one, except if the Lord give me something else. So for the time being, I just want to, no, there's no time being. I'm just going to go straight to the word. So the word for now is protection. You're being protected. The Lord is protecting you. So obviously, you know, there's a word, or there's this phrase that people goes about saying, higher level, higher devils. Um but in my last video, in my previous video, you see how basically most of my words are for people who have been in a warfare, who has been in, so to speak, pruning season. Like God has been washing, purifying you, preparing you, removing stuff off of you, putting his spirit into you, cleaning you up, beautifying you, making you royal, putting a stamp of approval on you, and all of that. So basically this group of words have been for such people. And if the word is for you, if that is your season, please, I encourage you, subscribe. subscribe. Subscribe, because we are sort of in the same journey. I feel like a lot of us are. I talked about the Gideon 300. A few of us, almost, okay, I wouldn't know, but some of us are in this season. So you will know and you feel it in your spirit. So now the word for this moment is, the Lord said you're being protected, you're being watched over. Obviously the devil is not happy that we've crossed over. We are in our new season. For those of us who are not yet there, just know you are at the borderline. You're just at the very gates, right? Because the Lord obviously move in unison. He moves in one direction. So some people might be at the straggler, so to speak, but then again, it doesn't mean that they are the weak. It just means they probably started the journey later than for some of us, or they had to stay in there for a bit longer because there's something that the Lord obviously is doing. We are all in our journey. Okay, yes, we are in the same journey, but we are also in there individually. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And so here the Lord is protecting us. The Lord is, I don't know how to put it, it's just covering us. The Lord is protecting us. And so at some point, I thought there's a word that the Lord released where I talked about it in one of my videos. I might put the link. But where I say the door is closed, shut behind the enemies. I had a bank in my spirit, the Lord is shutting the enemy out. So He's closed the door of the enemy. So we are moving forward. We are leaving the old things behind as we head towards the Lord that's called us. Like we are going into the promised land. But one of the things I thought about in that video was that there's no more target on our back. We are out, because obviously the door has been shut to the enemy, right? So we are here in the new season. But guys, the enemy is relentless, right? So obviously he's upping his game. But the difference between the old season and this new season is that whereas we were naive, so to speak, we are not the same person. We are not the same person. For those of us who's gone through this pruning season, this wilderness season, which is like no other, you are not the same person. Like some of you will not even be recognized, right? You are not the same person. It might look like this, you're the same person, but who you were back then and who you are now, completely different people. Like the Lord God has beautified you, is cleansed you. You're in a new rank. You're not lower, you're not down there anymore. You've come up higher. Even in the spirit, the enemy knows this now. like he realized like, okay, we need to up our game, right? So you're not the same person spiritually. You've gone up, higher. You're in the high level. You're operating on a different level than you are in the past. So obviously you've passed that test. You've been there, done that. You know how those things work, and you don't fall for the enemy's trick. Of course, when it comes in, you just like, when it comes in like a flood, you just like throw it back at him, right? So obviously the enemy is coming with new tricks and new tactics, but the Lord is saying, you will not, you will he will not, he's protecting you, basically. So now even the angels that you have, the warring angels that you have, are even of a higher rank, the ones that protecting you. I saw a vision of an angel, a mighty angel, the other day in my room, with a sword, mighty angel with a flaming sword. Yeah. So even the protection you have is not what you have before. But that was a few weeks back, and recently the Lord basically showed me a shield, right? The shield that has a cross in front of it, and almost like almost like a round, there's a thing, honestly I don't know what that is. I've not seen it before, but it's just like a shield with a cross in front of it, a cross and a sword, a cross sword. Yeah, a sword looks like a cross, obviously, but it was just in front of the shield, right? And then on top of it, there's something roundish. I don't know what that is. Maybe that is the element of salvation. I I didn't really see it clearly. I mean, I saw this in my spirit twice, but I didn't get a clear image of what the round thing on top of the shield and sword is. But anyway, what I got was the Lord saying to us that we are being protected. The enemy will come in like a flood, because I saw this again afterwards. I mean, I saw the shield and sword thing in my spirit before, like a day or two later. I saw like a group of demons, right? There's a book that I read recently by somebody called Ellen White. I think it's called Testimonies to the Church, Volume 1. But anyway, I'll put the whatever the reference down in the description box. But she was basically saying that when people are coming to Christ, when you are leaving things behind and moving higher, coming to Christ, that the enemy will do all he can, literally all he can, to prevent you from going higher, right? He'll prevent you from coming to God. And she said at first, the enemy will throw things, and then God will send his angels, and then the enemy will bring, that's the devil, will throw more angels, like legions of demons, and obstacles on this believer's way. And and then of course the Lord will send reinforcements, angels that excel in battle. And then she said after that, the enemy will still send more legions of demons, just to keep you down, just to not make you be free from his bondage, free from his wickedness. He wants to keep you in his kingdom. This is just for one soul. The enemy fighting so hard to get at this one soul. But he said again, if the believer keep praying and still like persevere in prayers and not give up, then lastly, that the Lord will send all powerful angels. Actually, this is me paraphrasing, but she basically said that when this soul, this individual, like, is at their last end, like on their last, like they're just like, Lord, I am done, this is it, like I'm so tired, they've done all they can, they've done their possible best, they've fought the war, they've done everything, then the Lord will send the all powerful angels, right? These are not like jokers, they're like the elite, and she said that when the enemy and the demons see these ones, like, they flee. Because we know that the enemy was in heaven, like the devil was in heaven, right? Like he's a fallen angel, like he knows how these things work, right? So she was saying that when the devil see that elite angels, that yeah, that class of angels, like they fall back, like they actually flee. Now they can't even fight because they know, like, these ones we can't even, yeah, like the battle is already won, so they flee from you, right? So she was basically saying how we need to persevere in prayers, the enemy, it's like the mafia. The enemy won't let you leave his camp just like that. Where was I going with this? How did I get here? But I feel like I've lost my train of thought. But basically, yes, I was talking about the enemy sending legions. Yeah, so we've left a stage, we've left a level, we are on a higher level now. So the enemy is obviously sending, because guys, I saw like a group. When I say a group, okay, I can't say legions, because legions like a 6,000, I believe. So just like a host of demons coming against me in a dream. But the good thing is, as I approach, at first I was, pardon, sorry, I was very worried, like, this attack, where are they coming from? But the interesting thing was that as I walked past, because they were coming this way as I was going this way, but the interesting thing was that as I was approaching them, because I was just ready, I'm just like, this, like, all these legions, like all this group of demons, I was just like, okay, I'm just going to go at them. But funny enough, as I was just approaching them, because I'm like, I am going, and I have to go, like, I'm not running back, like I'm going forward, and I am going forward, like I was just like in that mindset, like no matter what it takes, I am pushing through. But the funny thing was, as I approached them, like they just like gave way, almost like they just lean on the side. It's like, pass, like do whatever, just don't come at us, right? And I was actually taken aback, because I was expecting the attack from them, but they just like lean over. It's like they got out of my way and basically let me like move past, right? So the Lord, I believe, is saying in this time that we've gone through a lot, and the enemy knows in the spirit that we are not the same person that we used to be. We are not the same person that you used to be. So I just know that in this new season, you're being protected. Like even the level of angels that you have right now, it's not like the rank has gone up, and he wants you to be aware of that. That not that the enemy won't come at you, they'll come at you, but because the enemy would never stop, right? But just know that even as he goes up a notch higher, so the Lord takes the protection and the authority and your power higher, right? So that's the word. I hope you've been blessed. Again, this word was not supposed to go further than this. Oh guys, sorry, I forgot the verse that he gave me. So for this for this word, the verse that he gave me was Psalm chapter 3 verse 3, that says but you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the one who lifts my head. Right? If you look at the previous verses, like verse 1 of chapter 3 says, chapter 3 verse 1 to verse 3, verse 1 says, Lord, how they have increased who trouble me. Many are they who rise up against me. Many are they who say of me, there is no help for him in God. Verse 3, which is basically what the Lord actually highlighted for me, is it says, but you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the one who lifts my head. Right? So yeah, okay, this verse caught my attention. I guess I can just read it. Verse 5 says, I lay down and slept, I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have set themselves against me. Right? So yeah, and then also this verse is coming to my mind now. Psalm chapter 91, where it says, 1,000 may come by my side and 10,000 by my right side, but the Lord will but they shall not come near me, right? So the Lord will give his angels charge over me, obviously. So that's the word. You're being protected. The enemy will try his best, but just know the angels of the Lord are with you, angels that excel in battle. And then the Lord is protecting you. He has a shield around you. He has the shield, the sword, everything. You're being protected. So don't worry about it. Don't stress. Just know, just basically go do what the Lord has called you to do. We are the 300. We are been called for this time. So we have been chosen. So do not let the enemy deceive you and make you fear. Sorry, something else I didn't mention was the fear factor. That was the fear factor the enemy is trying to throw. Like recently I got an attack like at night, just like this spirit of fear, very heavy, came upon me, and I had to rebuke that thing and cast that thing out so fast. I'm like, no, you're not going to get me. So that's one of the things. And he tried that, about 2-3 times, but the one at night was like really heavy and strong. But obviously, the Lord just like put in my spirit, like that's, you know what to do, like you know what to do, so I easily got up and just like cast that thing out, and then it was gone. It came out it came like it came back maybe a day or two after, during the day, but obviously it wasn't as strong because I was very alert, and I quickly rebuke it, and it went. So watch out for that. The enemy is trying all tactics, because that when we fear, like the enemy can get in and hide behind that. Like fear is one of the way he gets in and operates in our hearts. But anyways, didn't mean to go all this place, but I thank God, because I know this is what the Lord obviously wants to say. This is what he wants his people to hear. So for those who this word is for, I pray that may you be blessed by this word. May you have peace. May you have peace, and may you move forward in life to do what the Lord has called you to do without, the mindset of, oh, the enemy is coming at me. Just know you're being protected. The enemy will try, but he won't succeed, obviously, because the Lord has your back and you're being protected. Amen. So God bless you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Let us come together, walking in the Spirit. There's much to